All right, let's talk about some coaches, Ashton. So Texas A&M. So Saturday night, it was coming out. They decided on Mark Stoops from Kentucky. It was all but done, and then apparently the A&M fan base / the board of directors decided that was not what they wanted to happen. So they nixed that after about 2 hours, and they ended up going to Mike Elko, who was formerly the defensive coordinator at Texas A&M and two really good years at Duke. What are your thoughts? You feel like this is a good hire for A&M?
I do. I think they somehow lucked back into a good hire. Okay.
Yeah.
So it reminded me so much of when the Stoops news got leaked. It reminded me of Schiano to Tennessee, right?
Yes.
And the fans it was an uprising, right? And I think they ended up with Jeremy Pruitt eventually, right? And we know how that one didn't work out well, right, for either party. No one's still there, right? Everyone's gone, AD included, at Tennessee. Anyway, I thought that's kind of what was going to be happening at A&M. And to their credit, they were able to quickly pivot. They killed off the Stoops deal very, very quickly and got a good candidate. I was really impressed, but being able to pivot so quickly and get Elko from Duke, he was at A&M just 10 minutes ago, not literally, but like he did a good job while he was there. He was part of recruiting that elite class, from 2 years ago that's still there. Like he was one of the guys that kind of got that thing going. So he has relationships there. I think that's important. He knows how the university works. Again, it's kind of a cult out there. It's important to know how it works. It is like they have their own thing going. If you don't believe it, just go watch the introductory press conference. They're all like singing and swaying. It's kind of weird. So like there's a thing that they have. I was impressed with it. I think they did a good job. I think Elko would have. They didn't go for the sports car hire. Yeah. They did not go for the Corvette hire. They went and just got a really nice mid-sized sedan that gets good gas mileage and is like, that's what A&M needs. They need some stability.
Absolutely. I think that Mike Elko he's kind of like the cheaper version of Mark Stoops, but he might actually have a higher ceiling theoretically. I think it worked out great for him. There's a chance, obviously, like any hire, there's a chance he's Jeremy Pruitt. I doubt it. I think and there's also that chance he's Kirby Smart. Also, I probably doubt that. But at a place like A&M where they can buy plenty of players, they just need someone to not screw it up. And I think Mike Elko is a prime example of someone who he dots his I's, crosses his T's. He will have that machine humming quite well. I don't know if they'll ever be a national title contender under him, but I think they are going to be a consistent 10-win team under him eventually, is my prediction.
Texags pretty much ended the Stoops to A&M thing. Like people wonder why I spend so much time on message boards, and I do. I spend a lot of time on there, but like.
Do you subscribe to their premium board?
Sure. Well, okay. No, I don't. I was for a bit. I'm not anymore. Look, I'm not just a degenerate here. I do. Yeah. Okay. That's not the point. They pretty much killed off that deal. I think that's just incredible how much like power is in some of those. Like they're often kind of like loony people on these boards. And like they have so much sway, and I think I don't know. I thought it's neat, how quickly everything kind of filled in there. So yeah, I agree with you completely. We're on the same page. This is a good hire, maybe not the flashy hire, but they're eating their vegetables. Texas A&M is eating their veggies. They're living right. They're getting healthy. I think that they have set themselves up for success sooner rather than later. With the talent that's there, I think he will do a good job there.
Another school that I think made a great hire is Michigan State, hiring Jonathan Smith from Oregon State. He did nothing but successfully like improve that program pretty much from the minute he took over as a head coach. And I think it makes a lot of sense as far as Oregon State is used to being a smaller fish in a big pond. They had Oregon to deal with. They had Washington to deal with. They were in the Pac-12. They were not one of the big dogs in the Pac-12. And obviously, we see how that worked out for them in the long run. Michigan State, they are a medium fish in the Big Ten. They got Michigan in their own state. They got Ohio State right there, and they're going to have to deal with Oregon, Washington, USC, UCLA, like Wisconsin. Who knows what they could become? But Jonathan Smith, I think, is a really good hire. Michigan State, like, I don't know if they can ever become like a Big Ten title team under the upcoming version of the Big Ten. But I think that was a really good hire, and I think that was, about as good as Michigan State could have done.
Jonathan Smith embodies everything that Michigan State wants to be. Like, yes. like they need that exact same program that he had at Oregon State transferred to Michigan State. Like, that's what they want. They want to be tough, physical. They want to run the ball. They want to play really sound defense. And like, we'll take some shots maybe on offense, but like, we're going to start with being physical. I think that he does a really good job of doing more with less. They're not going, you're right. They're not going to be Ohio State or Penn State or even Michigan. They're going to have to find some success in the margins, turning some 3 stars into 4 stars. And having success that way. And he's proven it. He's proven that he can do that. So yeah, I think I agree. It's a really good hire. These are always funny because like we always have these opinions like what a great hire it is, and then 2 years later it's like he's fired, and it turns out it didn't work out for him. Yeah. We don't actually know for sure, but you can give yourself good opportunities and good chances of it being successful. And I think it's a good fit. So far with what we've seen, it's a good fit.
Yep. The other Power 5 hire is Jeff Lebby to Mississippi State. Last week you mentioned Dan Mullen. I mentioned Jamie Chadwell. Sounds like they both kind of turned him down. So they went to Jeff Lebby, the Oklahoma offensive coordinator. Give me 1 minute quick on what you think about this hire.
I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I think the offense is going to be fun. If we're trying to get back into, what is fun about Mississippi State, like even like in the Leach years, they had a really fun offense. Maybe we can try to get back into that. I'll be honest, I was a little underwhelmed when I heard it. When you have guys like, Willie Fritz, I thought he would have been a really fun name there. There was a couple of others that, I'm sure, Chadwell obviously, turned him down already, but like there was a couple of names out there that maybe you chased it a little bit longer trying to get him there. It's Mississippi State, so you're not going to have just the pick of anyone, but I was maybe just a little underwhelmed with Jeff Lebby.
Yeah, I'll reserve judgment. I will say, if you're a program like that, kind of at the bottom of your conference, it is nice when you have somebody fun and innovative on offense.